welcome to another yoga studio. I am Kat, if you haven't joined me before, and thank you for coming along and just switching on today to try our 5 moves for mindful movement to get the whole body moving. So this is done standing. You don't need a mat. If you've got one, then fine. And it's a mixture of lots of bits of yoga and Pilates in there. So it's just moving mindfully with the breath rather than being a specific yoga or Pilates class. So I'm coming into May, and May is our movement month. So we are celebrating moving the whole body with this little sequence. All right, so you don't have to have done any of this before. It will all make sense as we start to move through it. So we're going to stand up and just feel our feet on the floor and take a couple of breaths in and out. Just so we find where we're inhaling and exhaling. Good. So then as we breathe out, we're going to bring the hands out in front, little bend in the knees, round through the spine, and as you breathe in, stand up and lift the arms up. So breathe out, a little round, bend the knees, breathe in, stand up, lift the arms up, and then you can start to make that movement as big as you want. So we're going to round, maybe have a little lift with the chest, start curling towards the floor. So we take a bigger round, little arch in the back. So there is no right or wrong here, as with any of the movements. We're just exploring where our body wants to move or can move at this precise moment in time. But however big your movement, we're going to start to take that movement to the side. So rounding forward as you breathe out, and then circle round to lift up. And then carry on circling all the way around the other way as you come to that round state place. And then circle back the other way. So you can keep this movement again as small or as big as you like. You can push the hips one way, shoulders the other, so we get a little bit more of a stretch through the spine. So if you imagine you're holding a ball in between your arms, and you're moving that ball around you as you reach up and down and round. We're going all the way back round one more time, and then let the arms go, slowly round up, breathe in, stretch both arms up. So we're going to move on to the next section now. So breathe out, bend from the hips, bring your fingers towards the floor, and you might want to have a little bend in the knees. The hands don't have to come all the way down. Breathe in, stretch up. And then come back round down towards the floor. So again, we're looking to make this as big or as small as we like. And you can have that little arch in the back. Maybe your hands come onto the thighs and we bend the hips there. Arms maybe don't even reach up all the way. Maybe you make a Y shape. The fingers don't have to touch. But the more we move, the easier it gets. So this is move number 2. It's moving forwards and backwards with the hips. So we're going to do that one more time. Come all the way down to the floor and lift back up. And then release your hands down by your side, and then start to take a little bit of movement with the legs. So we're going to need a bit of balance. So if you know your balance isn't great, we're going to hold onto the wall. the table, kitchen counter, whatever there is. And we're just going to pick up one leg and start to swing it forwards and backwards. So again, a little bit of movement for the hip. We do test our balance here as well. And then you can make that movement as big or as small as you want, maybe even coming all the way forwards with the chest, kicking the leg, swinging it up in front, behind. And because we're balancing, it's absolutely fine if you wobble and the foot comes down and we just pick it up and we start again. We're going to do that one more time. It's actually quite hard work balancing on your leg for a little while. And then swap the legs over. So remember, we start off nice and small, just a little swing. And then you can keep it that swing, or we can start to slow the movement down, make the movement that little bit bigger. Maybe we're breathing out as the leg lifts behind, and then we breathe in as the leg comes in front. Helps when you're balancing. If you wrap your core in, so imagine you're squeezing all the muscles in around your belly into a really tight pair of jeans. And if we lose the balance and the foot comes to the floor, it doesn't matter. You just try and start to balance again. So let's bring the leg forwards one more time. And then we're taking the foot down towards the floor. Fantastic. So hopefully our legs are feeling like they've been moved and fired up. And then we're going to take the feet out a little bit wider. Now it's up to you whether you want to have the toes turned out or toes turned in. And you can bend your knees here a little bit too. So we're going to come forwards, hands onto the hips, and just take a little twist. So we look up one way, back to the middle, and then breathe out. Twist up and look the other. You could also do this standing, if you need it, without coming forwards. So once we've got the spine moving, we could start to then have one hand reaching out in front as the other one looks up behind us. And if you're doing this and you've not taken the bend forwards for today, we can do exactly the same thing there. And then we can build that movement up again. So we reach across with left hand to right foot. And then as we breathe out, we reach across to the left foot. So breathe out, twist out. Breathe in, come back in. Remember, if you're doing this standing and you're not taking the fold forwards towards the floor, you're still breathing out to twist out, breathing in to come back in. One more twist the other side. And then back into the middle. And we're going to slowly bend the knees, pick ourselves up if we need to so we come up to standing. Walk the feet in. Give the legs a little shake out. Okay, so we're going to come to our last move then now. And we're just going to twist the feet round, a little bend in the knees. Breathe in, come back into the center, and then breathe out. Look the other side. So imagine you're on a tightrope or a beam, and we're just twisting the feet to point down one direction. Bend the knees, breathe in, straighten up, back to the middle. Breathe out, bend the knees look the other way. So the whole of the body faces one direction. We twist in the middle. And we're pivoting on the feet to face the other direction. Bend the knees, push back up, pivot back into the middle. So it's my feet that are swiveling. I'm not twisting with my ankles, my knees or my hips. Then you can start to make the feet a little bit wider if you want. Moving into a bigger lunge. So breathe out, pivot to the side, bend, and then pivot back the other way. So again, we just make it as big or as small as we want, using the arms as we want as well, just to help with the movement. And there's no need to bring the knees down towards the floor. We're just lunging one way and then lunging the other. Good. So we're just going to take a couple more to either side. And then pivot back into the middle. Walk your feet back in and give yourself a little shake. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms. And then breathe in, reach both arms up. And then as you breathe out, relax the arms down, and we are done. So that was our 5 simple movements that you can make as big or as small as you like to get the whole body movement so that you can celebrate a movement month in May. All right, take care now, see you soon. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to come and join me again. Bye.